Fangry is a character that I don't know much about, and I don't really like this figure too terribly much, but I need to finish off the Worlds Collide box set. Not doing that would be a disservice to that pack. So all I know about Fangry is he's a headmaster from G1. He had a release in Titan's Return, and the headmasters had a pretty cool thing where they had the stat readout on their chest when you pop the little headmaster thing onto the actual robot body, and I wish they did that here. So the overall look of this figure is just weird to me. I know it's a horror con and they're gonna look weird, but this isn't the weird like, this is strange, it doesn't look like anything normal. Like, no, it's just really basic based off of the artwork that I've seen for this character. And as far as I'm aware, the headmaster that comes with this figure, Briscoe, is the exact same one from Titan's Return with 0 changes. And outside of that, I generally don't like the figure. This figure came with no accessories outside of the headmaster. Why did they just give us an extra gun to go along with it, like the basic gun that came with Twinferno? I have no idea, especially when you consider the cost difference between Titan's Return and War for Cybertron. They could have easily given us an accessory. And no, I'm not going to count that tiny little Allspark they gave us with this box set as an accessory for Fangry. That's just for the overall box set. Articulation here is a mixed bag. Some joints feel like they're not needed and some are way too loose. The knees feel loose, ankles are weird as hell, and they could have really found a way to make an ankle tilt work in this mold, like retool it just a little bit. And I'm kind of disappointed by the lack of a good ankle tilt, especially considering every other figure in this box set with modern articulation. Transformation, it's alright. It's not awful, but it's not my favorite one. It's basically Twinferno, but not as good. And that's where I bring up the issue with the weird hands, and they don't even need to make the pair of hands that's already there to swap for another pair of hands to give him a monstrous look. If you're going to make a horror con, just keep the monstrous hands in both modes, which is usually what I do anyways. Alternate mode is that of some sort of weird bat-wolf mixture. It's one of the weaker beast modes I've seen and one of the weaker horror con figures that I've seen and owned, and generally I just don't care for it. Usually I'm one for the gaudy 80s, 90s colors, but this here doesn't do it for me. I've seen better color schemes from that time era, and I even love the god-awful G2 Bruticus colors. Like, Jesus, those are awful colors, and I like those colors way more than I do this ugly pink and black on this figure. Overall, this is the weakest figure in the box set for me. This is likely one of my shortest videos, but that's probably due to how little I care for it. And I know that after a second go at reviewing this, I'm giving it a lower score than what I gave it before. I gave it a 7 out of 10 on Instagram, but after handling this figure for much longer, it's dropped down to a 5 out of 10. If it's something you like, go for it. But then again, the only good way to get one is through the Worlds Collide box set, and I do feel bad for kind of leaving this setup on a negative note, especially the other three got some sort of solid recommendations, but this is by far the weakest, and I kind of wish we got a much better figure instead of this one. That's really all I have, so make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. And if you're so inclined, please follow my social media pages down below in the description. And with that, I hope you guys all have a fantastic day, week, month, life, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!